nominee for North Carolina's governor, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, in remarks given at a church, said this, quote, "Some folks need killing." Take a look.
We now find ourselves struggling with people who have evil intents. You know, there's a time when we used to meet evil on the battlefield, and guess what we did to it? We killed it. Some liberal somewhere is going to say that sounds awful. Too bad. Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. It's time for somebody to say it.
I grew up in the church when I was a kid, and this is one of the many reasons that I'm not a so-called Christian and why I'm not a religious person. Is there a God out there somewhere? Probably, yes. Or at least something that we would interpret as being God. But God isn't inside churches like this one. Look at these evil, evil people. These look like the faces of people that you would expect to be harmless. They look like nice, normal, middle-aged to elderly people. The average person would see them and feel safe and comfortable. You would never guess by just looking at them that they would cheer for violence and support calls for violence inside of a church. And they wonder why there is a steady decline in the number of people who identify as Christians in America. It's because of people like this. These people, they don't believe in anything good or righteous. The only thing they believe in is control. They use God and they use religion to control people. Then the second they start to lose control, their mask starts to slip off their faces and we see what they really are.
No, they're bad. Kill them. Some liberal somewhere is going to say that sounds awful. Too bad. Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing. It's time for somebody to say it. It's not a matter of vengeance. It's not a matter of being mean or spiteful. It's a matter of necessity.
Donald Trump has influenced many of them to start taking their mask off. They've been losing their control over Americans for quite some time now, and they are getting angry about that. So who exactly deserves killing? Well, it depends. Who are they blaming their problems on this week? They are against diversity because a diverse population is harder to brainwash.
No, they're bad. Kill them.
They are against new technologies like solar, wind turbines, electric vehicles, because the more advanced humans become, the harder it becomes for them to control us using ancient religions and ancient traditions.
Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing.
There was even a time when conservatives were against automobiles. In the late 1800s, when automobiles were first being produced, many referred to automobiles as devil wagons. They protested these devil wagons and even banned them in some towns. They would even tie thin, sharp, almost invisible metal wires across roads in the hope that a devil wagon and its driver would run into it.
Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing.
They are against the LGBTQ because they are not following their old world traditions of one man, one woman, The man takes on the role of the aggressor, the warrior, the soldier, to be called upon to commit acts of war when it is time to show your patriotism, while the woman's primary purpose is to give birth and follow the man's lead. This is how conservatives see society. This is how they want society to run, and they are losing.
Get mad at me if you want to. Some folks need killing.
They are against immigration because they want to keep different races of people separated from each other. The same way you would see animals in a pet store, each one kept in a different aquarium. That is how conservatives see humans, even though we are all the same race. The human race, one species, the only truly intelligent species on Earth. Conservatives hate our intelligence. They want a population of sheep. They want a population that lives like it's the 1920s for the next 5,000 years.